Fine. We'll see some of the basic cleaning again. We have till yesterday, right? We were seeing the extract functions and all. So we'll see more basic cleaning and all this, processing, data pre-processing. Then we will go to our visualizations. Fine. So let's see. Okay, so this one was. And I think some of you were reaching out to me for data and all. So I have placed the file whatever I am using right now. This sales 2017, right? This file I have already placed in the uh, Google Drive, right? You can work with this file, and as I am working, right, whenever and whatever file is required, I will be adding into that part, into Google Drive. You can use that all those files and work on those files. Okay. And one more thing, like, okay, if you are using my Power BI file, if you are using my Power BI file, so you have to always check, you have to change the data source. So how you can change the data source? I think I have already told you that you can go to this transform and this drop down. Here you have the data source settings, right? You have to change this data source to once you have downloaded those data files into your machine, right? You can use that data source from that. Okay. And you have to change it. So now what we are going to see next thing is more of the data pre-processing. And last time we were seeing the extract function, right? So today again, let's see, we'll see some more functions on that using, and I want to use another data source. Okay. I want to add another, data. Fine. That is again Excel file. So maybe let's get the data. Okay, fine. And I have to go back to my other file. Maybe I have these files. Let's get this. Okay. Okay. Suppose I have a file like this, right? And we want to. Okay, I need to get some other file also, because whatever I want to show you, that is not in the required file. Okay, let's see this file. Right. Okay, let's have this file and let's check the data we have here. Okay, so this is the data I have right now. Okay, and we want to just pre-process this data. Fine. So what are the issues? You first thing, what you will do? The very first thing, you have imported this data, right? You have got this data into Power BI. What will be the first step you will do? You will first set the headers. Okay. The first thing, use first row as header. Then you will try to do all of those actions. Like, you will just see your data first and see if there is some discrepancies in your data. Maybe the header you will see here. You will see where is the empty data is there, where is the some other data maybe. You will not immediately find this error kind of thing. Only if you are the second thing what you will do here is you may want to change the data type, right? As all of these looks like all of these seems to be string data. So so all of these are fine right now. Right now, all of these are set to the correct data type, right? We by looking at this data, okay, what can you make out? Like, see this store size, fine. The store size is with the unit, square unit, right? So if you want to get the store size, only date, only the numbers, right? And you may want to perform some action, right? With this data. So what you will be able to will you be able to do with this data? Whatever is available right now, the store size, this cannot be done, right? Because we have this is in string format, and we have to pre-process this data. Either what you can do, either you can just replace the values somewhere, whatever you is there, with blank. But in this case, here you see the store size. This is meter square, this is cubic meter, this is something else, maybe, right? So these are in different format. Fine. So you have to then in this case, the right way to get the data, to get the required data, desired data, is to extract. Fine. And you have already seen how you can extract all of these using the extract tool. Fine. So we can always extract using all of the delimiters. Here we can directly use the text before delimiters, right? So we can just do text before delimiters, and what is the delimiters space here. So we can get the numbers. So this is done. This is easily done, right? But in this case, here you see we have data for three different field, maybe state, then its abbreviation, state abbreviation, then the city. We have three data, right? And we want to get each of these data in different columns. So which tool we can use? What we can do? See, we can
Add
yeah.
add column.
uh, Okay, we'll see that also. The purpose of add columns and how we can add, right? We can calculate a new column out of this. Okay, but we already have the data available. We already have the data, all the data available, right? Here you can see the state data is there with the two characters, and then we have the state name here in the middle. And also that is defined using a good structure with the delimiters, right? So you can already see that using this extract function, right, you can get the different part of this data, right? You will be able to get the different part of the this column, the first part, the second part, the third part. And how you can easily do it? Just go and, yeah, either you can get the text before delimiter, you can get the text after delimiter, you can get the text between delimiter. So, and all of these are fitting into this scenario, right? So we can get all of these different scenario, like, okay, text before delimiter, and that is space hyphen space. So this is the first delimiter, and we are giving the option. Okay, we are not skipping, and from the start of the input, we are just scanning the delimiter from the start of the input, right? And we are saying that before the first delimiter, we want to just get the data. Okay, if you want to skip the first delimiter, right, you can also skip the first one. Okay, you can skip the first delimiter, and suppose here we want to just give one, skip the first delimiter, and it will consider the second one, right? And you can see the second delimiter is considered, and you have got the data before second delimiter, right? So similarly, we can use all of these. We can use the extract tool to get the different part of this information. And if you want to just have the three columns out of this, what we can do, we can just create a duplicate column out of this, right? We can create three columns out of this and get each of the part, single part. What we can do, we can just place all of these at one place. So now you can get each of the part individually here. Okay, text before delimiter, before first delimiter. If you have not, okay, fine. This is before first delimiter. That delimiter is space hyphen space, right? If you don't give the space, what will happen in our in the text, in the string, the space will be available. Fine. Okay, suppose we don't want to, we are not getting the space. Okay, just we are giving the information, like, okay, we know that we are just giving the hyphen. Okay, now you can get like this. This will be available with space. After the string, there will be some space with this, right? State abbreviation, and you can rename it as state. Fine. So that way, and similarly, you can do the same thing for all of these. This is a hardware, right? Suppose we have four part, you have five part. Okay, using some delimiter. This is somewhat tougher, hard work, right? And you don't want to use this kind of things for just duplicating the data. Fine. Here, what is the other tool we have? We have another option called split. Okay, we can split the here we can use the split function, split tool, to get all of these at once. So just select the column and go to split, right? Again, you are seeing all of the options in the split. What are the different options you have in the split? Right? You have this by delimiter you can split, or by number of characters you can split. So delimiter you have already seen, right? What is the delimiter? You can just give, see, it is automatically detecting the delimiter for some of the things, right? So here you can see the delimiter is detected, and it is just creating, just splitting all of the columns, all of the data using that delimiter, right? And it is so easy. Fine. You can just rename all of these state name and all of these things. You can just rename. Fine. So now you can see how easily you can do it using split function. Fine. The same thing. Okay. The same thing here, right? Using split, you can use the different options using split. Suppose you have some fixed length, maybe in terms of phone number, maybe some codes are there, right? Where you have area code, where you have the location code, you have country code. So you have some fixed numbers, right? So in that case, you can also, you can get the split using some characters. Okay, 4 digit group is there, or something like that, right? Number of characters you want to suppose 4 characters. So the number of characters used to split the text function, right? And you can see for 4 characters, it is just splitting, right? All of these are splitting using that. And similarly, the other options, right, by positions. Now, okay, you have some numbers, right, or some codes, which is again using different parts, different codes, right, in one. Maybe some the length is different for different code, and all together it's concatenated to create a one code, right? And you know the fixed length. Maybe one code is five character length, one code is 3 character length, right? So like that, it may be there. So you may know the positions. You may know the different positions, okay, from which code, right, which position this code starts. So you want to split all of those, part. So how you can do? You can just give the positions of different part, right? Okay, I want to have 0 to 3, 3 to 5. Then at this position, 0 position, I should have one split. I should have another split at third position. I should have another split at fifth position. Let's see the same thing. So 0 position, one split. Then the second split is on third position, right? And then fifth position, the another split, and it is done, right? All of these are done, correct? So similarly, you can use this split function using different from numbers to characters, right? If you have some numbers and this one, so you can do this in this case, okay? In case of this extracted part right here, in this case, so what you have numbers. First you have numbers, then you have characters. So if you use the split function, and it is so easy here, digit to non-digit. So what you want to do, you want to also keep, see, only if you are extracting, we are just extracting the numbers, but we did not preserve the these units, right? So we have the store size, and we also want to preserve the store unit, store size unit. What is the unit of store size, right? In that case, and that will be required in all the cases, maybe, right? Because it's in meter square, it is in cubic meter. So these units are required to know that what is the actual size, right? So in that case, what you have to do, you have to just go for digit to non-digit split, right? And you can also go for non-digit to digit split in case of you have, as you see, in case of CTID, you can go for non-digit to digit split, right? C, then numbers, right? So here in case of store size, we can go for digit to non-digit split. And now all of these are preserved. Fine. So now we can see like how this is, split function is very useful, right? How this is working in our, different scenarios. Fine. And now what we want to do, we just want to give the, we want to just rename it store size, and this is size units. Okay, store size unit, or maybe something like that. Store size unit. Okay, fine. So we have this data now, and we have also this split, and we can just get this split by delimiter. So we have this different data. So we have got this now, and so similarly, we have the other data called latitude and longitude. Yeah. So how again, how we are going to do that? We are just going to use the split function for this, right? And this can be now, if you just go, and here we have a delimiter, right? And using that delimiter, we can just go to, split that. And that delimiter, you can see now that delimiter is not available, right? Because this delimiter here you are seeing, this is space, and this is not with this, the delimiter what we have here in this case. So what we have to do, we have to go for this custom delimitation. We don't have any delimiter, standard delimiter available here, right? We can go for custom delimitation. Whatever delimiter we want to use, we can here we use the slash, right? Here the delimiter is slash in this case, and we can just create this, split this, latitude and longitude. Fine. And why do we have this? City name, state name. Okay. So actually we have selected a wrong column. We have to select the latitude and longitude. Fine. And in this case, we just need to do the delimiter by delimiter and custom delimiter. We are just giving this, and this is done. What is happening? Again, something has happened. Let's see.
No, there is a dot, sir.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. There was a dot, right? Okay, fine. So it has, there was a dot. So what we are just doing this, fine. And now it is done, fine. And you can just rename it. And where this latitude and longitude is useful, wherever you will be able to, you want to know the location, right? You want to show the location in on the maps. There you have to use this latitude and longitude information. So we will see when we are checking these all of these maps and all. So we'll use this. Fine. Now we have got this split function and extract function and all these functions. We want to see the different other functions. Let's see what are the different functions we can do on this data set. Okay. Next function we are going to see is the string functions, different string functions. So we are going to use this product information, product data. Okay. And this data can be, okay. So I have this data. Maybe I need to get another set of data. Let's remove this. And this will be in the looks like it is not changed. Okay, so there is something has happened. It is not changed. Fine. Okay, there is some data here. We have maybe, let's see, we have in the format or not. Okay, we don't have in the required format. Maybe we can just create this data. Suppose we have such such data which is not in the correct format, right? And this data we want to have is some of the control characters. Maybe okay, this data we have in the correct format. Okay, we'll see this data, and this is in the 10. Okay. So what happens, like once we use this, in inside this tool, right? If you are using Excel, that is not visible. Some of the characters, control characters, and all these things are not visible. And we are just going to get this data inside this, fine. And we want to check this information. Now we want to load the data, and it seems that it is already changing some of the data set. Fine. Okay, now we have the required format of data. The first thing we have to do with this data set is use the first row as a header. Okay, and now we want to perform some of the string operations on this data. Okay, so string operations, where you have to perform the string operations, you have these columns, right? String columns. So wherever there is a string columns, you can perform the string operations, right? So what are the different string operations you may be using in your SQL, using SQL or using some other tools? What are the different kind of string operations you may be working on? You may be working on concatenation, you may be working on this init cap, you may be working on the capitalized lower the characters, or you can just clean, trim. So all these functions you are working with, right? While you work on the string functions. So all of those functions, right? Those are also available with Power BI. And as I mentioned before, that this is similar like Excel. Okay, so all the functions available in Excel, you are also having in this tool. Fine, all of those functions are also available in the same this tool also. Okay, so all those string functions, where you will be able to find it, you can just go to transform, right? Here in this transform, or you can see the number functions here, right? Here we have the numbers, and here you have the text columns. So all of the text columns, you will be able to apply. These are the functions you have to apply on the text columns. And here you just go to format. You will see all of these functions you can apply to any of the string. Fine. And the other way to use these functions is just select the column, whichever column you want to apply these functions, right? Just select that column, and you can just do the here, right click it, and go to transform. You will see according to the selection of your data, according to selection of the columns, right? You will be able to see the different options, right? Now you may want to do the maybe lowercase. So each case is now change to lowercase, or uppercase you want to change, so it will be changed to uppercase. Also, you are seeing many of these spaces. These are not in the correct form. This is broken into two lines, right? So here you have the spaces, right? So there are so many things are there. So data is not in the correct format, and this kind of things you will be having. Maybe in some of your data you may have this kind of issues. The data is not in the correct format. Okay, data is here now, it is in lowercase, but names should always be all the names, right? Should always start, each word should start with capital letter, right? So in these all of these cases, right, what we have to do, we just do the transformation. Like in this case, in this particular case, we have to do it like capitalize each word. So each of the word will be capitalized, and you can do so easily. Fine. Now the other things, like we want to, and this is widely used everywhere. Okay, and this is widely used for what purpose? Maybe for comparison purpose, maybe for creating any filter purpose, right? That is the removing the null or removing the spaces, either leading spaces, the trailing spaces, right? Or even in the spaces in between the words. Fine. So this and these removing spaces from among the word, right, is not that easy, and it cannot be directly done using these capabilities. So we have to use other capabilities for this, right? So what the capabilities using this tool, right? Whatever transformations we have, we can do the transformation just like we can do the trim. And trim, what will it do? It will remove the leading spaces and trailing spaces from the beginning and the end of any of the word, right? It will remove these spaces. But you can see these are not removed. These are some spaces, right? Here you have a space, here you have a space, and these I have made up. These are some control characters, type characters, or inters or something like that. So there are some control characters, right? And control characters can be cleaned, right, using the other tool called clean. This will remove the control characters. So here I think here it is not the control character, it may be something else. It may be some spaces. And that's what I said, like, okay, spaces, removing spaces from among the, and words is not a straightforward, work. You have to do it using some other technique. Okay, either you can use Python or you can use other tools. Okay, or some other way, so that everything can be cleaned. Okay, but only thing is the handy capabilities whatever we have here for the string are all these. You can get a length of this, okay, easily. You can get the other things, right, transform, and you can now see once you have got the number, like how it is changed, everything, those options, you can see the options are not now, the options are not the text. Fine. And yes, we can just go back to our previous one, and we have just cleaned, we have used the trimmed, you have used the cleaned and capitalized, right? And you can also remove this. Let's see, it may break the other one, but it is fine. Okay, this is fine. If you are removing any of the steps, any of the steps uh, from the previous, any of the previous steps, it may break your later steps. Okay, you have to take care of that part. Fine. So this way you can just you will be able to apply all of your transformations, string transformations, clean, these trim, capitalize, upper, lower. So these are the basic functions we have. Okay, these are the basic things we have in this tool. Now, as we have just cleaned, okay, we have done. So, and I think most of the cleaning activities on string will be these. Okay, most of the cleaning activities on the string, either removing the spaces or making it capitalized, lower, or whatever way, we are just performing these kind of activities only, right? Not other than these activities. So other things will be, some other things will be in the other calculations like concatenation and all other things. So we'll see in the later classes those things. Fine, the dexes and different operations. Now we would like to see the what are the basic numeric functions we have. So what are the basic numeric functions we have? Now you can see, if I under this transform ribbon, you can see here number column, right? This is only available for the number column. Now you can see this is grayed out. It is not giving me, only it is giving me the statistic option, okay, which is available for all the columns. And for the string columns, it will be mainly count and count, distinct count, right? And you can see the number columns are not available because we don't have the number column chosen, right? So what we have to do, we need to go to a number column, right? And if we choose this number column, now, still, it is grayed out. Why it is grayed out? Can you point out? So I still don't have any option, to perform the numeric functions. And I have selected a numeric column. So why I don't have this numeric function?
Because of the data type,
Yes.
string data type.
Correct, correct. So you have to see, like, okay, the different functions, different capabilities we are available based on the data. Okay, so that we have to also take care. And now this the data types also we have to change. All these data types also we have to change. We have seen the one of the method to change the data type. Okay, what and how we can do? You can just select here and change the data type. right? And another thing is like if you want to change the 2 3 similar kind of data type, we can just select all those and change the type, right? And we can apply this, right click and change the type, right? The other way, to get all of the data types, right, detected, how we can make all of the data type, right, correctly set to its correct form. So how we can do that? We have another method to detect all of the data types, and that is under transform ribbon. You can see here data type, right? And we want to change the detect the data type automatically. Here you can see the description automatically detect the data type of the currently selected columns. Whatever columns we have selected, we want to detect all of these data types automatically. We have disabled this option from our file settings, right? And that's why it is not automatically detecting. If we have applied that setting, if we have enabled that setting, it will automatically detect almost all the columns correctly. Okay, and if some columns are not correctly detected, you have to do it manually. Right. So here you can see the data type text, and we want to change it to some other. Here you can do manually, but we want to also do. We want to set our data type it detected automatically. So just detect the data type, and you can see all of the data types, whatever we have. These are set to numbers automatically, and the others are in string format. Now you can see these are number types, right? These are all number types, and not the currency. Okay, it has not detected as a currency. This has detected as a number type, but you may want to detect is at a currency. You can also do it like fixed decimal number. So replace the current one. You can just replace the current one, and this is now detected as currency. Fine. Similarly, price is also currency. You can detect it as currency. So and that was detected as numbers, right? And we want to detect it as currency. So this way you are detecting this, right, and setting up the data type. Now you can see as soon as I have selected, I have changed this data type. You can see this is changed. All of the options available here under this number column, right? All of these options are also enabled. Fine. We can perform so many things, right? We can these are all basic calculations, okay? And we will see all the advanced in later classes, all the advanced things, okay? Calculating using two different columns, doing something more, right? We'll see all of those. But here we are just going to see all of these capabilities, whatever we have with the tools, the simple calculations, right? See here the statistical functions available with this column is summation, minimum, this median. But this is, suppose I'm just taking the summation, it is not useful. Just it is creating, some data, right? Creating a step and giving me the summation, and this is not useful data for me, right? This is not going to be used anyway in my case. Fine. So in that case, what and we are not going to use this much, right? Also here you can see the other thing, other functions we have available is one is statistical functions, and just this is for checking purpose. Okay, if you want to just check what is the maximum, minimum, and all these things, and we don't do generally we don't do using this tool, right? All of this we if we want to do, we will just do it using visual, right? So next thing is we can perform these basic operations. What are the basic operations? You can perform this addition. If you want to just add something, okay, see here. With this add function, you don't have any other options. Okay, you don't have more options with this add functions. right? And using this, you can just do some simple addition. Okay, you want to add some more cost. Okay, the cost is increased for with 50 paise or 1 rupee, 2 rupee. Then you can just implement this, like 1 rupee, the cost is increased, like you have added to all of the columns. Fine. Similarly, you can apply the multiplication. Okay, and this is simple multiplication again. So anything you want to just increase the by 10%. Okay, you want to check the 10% of this. So this is the 10%, just multiplication. This is the 10% of this. Okay, you may want to just have such kind of things, right? Some similar calculation, basic calculations, percentage of this, right? Enter a percentage to apply to each value in the column. Okay, uh, so all of these, right? Like, okay, percent of 100 maybe. So let's see, it will be like, okay, 14%, something like that, of 100. 14 rupees, 14% of 100. So these simple things, right? We cannot do advanced calculation using this. Division, you want to divide by some number, you want to get a modulo. Let's see, maybe a modulo using 2, right? So it will give you some data, like, okay, this is so how you can just do the simple calculation using these tools, using all of these tools. Fine. Now you have just performed this string is this one, and you can also perform this powers calculations and all those square, cube, power of these numbers, right? And you can check the absolute value for these. Fine. Absolute value will be so all of these, right? Square root, this exponent, logarithmic values, base of 10, or natural, or factorial, right? So all of these you will be able to perform. So we are not going to see the scientific operations and all these things. So the rounding functions you can have. So you can just do the round up. Okay, round up means it will round up to one, next one digit. So 0.9, it was 0.09, so it will be like next numbers, right? Round up to next numbers. Fine. And similarly, round down maybe. So this number is, now we are just going to do this round down on. We will also see these functions in DAX also. Okay, using DAX, how we can perform the round up, round down. Okay, round down is taking me the next number, lower than this number, and round up is giving me the upper number. Okay, upper digit, and we can round up, round down to some, using some specific data. So all of these things, right? You will be able to perform, right? Using and using round to some decimal points, maybe 2 3 decimal points, or 1 decimal point you want to round, and you can just go to this, right? And you can do this kind of activities using the numeric operations. So these are some simple operations we have in these tools, right? And now let's see, once we have all of this data set, we have this data, cost and all this information set. Now we may want to visualize this data for per product. Okay, we may want to see our data in a visualization. But how we can use this data in a visualization, and also we'll see the, so as we have some of our data prepared, let's see how we can use it. Okay, so we have to now in this case, now in the case of this sales, here we have the sales information, and we have the store information, and we have seen various, and I will be using mostly this adventure works, all of the files from adventure works, database, okay, as mentioned before, and all the files. So let's get another file uh, called the let's get another file, and that is 2015 sales. Okay, this is having, okay, so this data, okay, let me get the another file for 2016 file. That other data was, having junk values, so you have to pre-process that data before using, right? And we have already seen all the pre-processing activities, so you can do that. I will also send you the data for your purpose for pre-processing and all. So let's see, we are using this as a first row, and also we are going to just detect all of these, you know data at once. So what we are going to do, just going to do this and apply the things automatically. And always you have to also check the data, okay. You have to also check the data after you have applied the data type, okay, whether everything is properly set, or you have something which is not done properly, right? So this is now applied, and we want to see in our visualization, into our visualization, this number types and all those data is there, and this is now available in this, right? Sales information is available now, and we have this sales information, and this sales information we have the data using prices, we have this sales stocks, okay. Using this data, using the sales information data, we have only the, here you can see, we have only here the order quantity, number of orders quantity uh, placed, number of orders placed in this, and this is the orders data only. Fine. Orders by date, you have the order number, you have this. So whatever this company is selling bikes, cycles, and all those things. So orders are related to sale of those things. Orders are related to sale of the bikes, sale of the different kind of bikes. Product information we'll see all those product information, and here you can see the different product information, the product color, model, and all those things. So that's how you will see, you will have your data available in the databases, okay. For each and uh, every dimension will have a different table. So this is a dimension table. Now you have only the descriptive information here, right? So what is the price, what is the model, what is the color. So all the descriptive information you have in different in this table, right? And the all the sales information, measures and key values, measures and key values you will have in the another table, okay. And here you can see this is the fact table, okay. And you will be able to see in this, okay, here this is the model view, right? And you will be able to see the model view here. We want to use this, and we have got this data cells, and we'll be using this data. Fine. Now, okay, now we want to see what are the different, and how you can also see the data. You can just go to this place, okay, and here you have to check the different fields, and you can check your data, what is there in your data set. Fine. So here you can see we have this order quantity only, order line item, and this is the order placed, okay, and order number also is there. Order number is also there. That means with this order number, right? With this order number, we will be able to get the other informations. Right? This is the order table. So that means each of these table will have a single unique value of order. This will have a unique value of order, right? For each day, right? And the key, this will be a key column. Order number will be a key column in this case, right? Because it's a order table. Okay. And now we would like to get the different other informations. What are the different informations? Maybe for a product, right? Product, what is the price? If we get the price, we will also get the other information. We have the quantity here for this same product. If we have, this is the product key. So if we have a product information, that price, what is the price, what is the cost per product, right? And what are the different things we have related to the product. If we get all those things connected to this table, right, we will be able to also get the amount information. Now we have the quantity into number, quantity into price. We will get the total amount of for this order, right? For this order, we will get the total amount. Similarly, we can calculate the different things, and we will see that in the later classes. For now, we have just this order quantity, right? And we want to see this order quantity data based on different orders or different year. Okay, let's see. Based on different year. So let's see. In the visualization here, we can have this clustered column, and we want to use this date. And here you can see this date is having calendar, right? And we want to use this in x-axis of this chart. Now, also we have to show the quantity, right? And that has to be in y-axis. So one thing what you are seeing is this is aggregated. This data is aggregated now. Okay, data is aggregated, and the here the scale. Okay, the scale is, it looks not good. Fine. Now scale is changed, and you can see this. That was the day level data. Fine. That was the day level data. Now we are changing it to, this is the month level data, and we can see these records. Fine. What we can also do is we want to see the data. Okay, this is based on January, February, March, April. So this is the correct way. Okay, we are just going to see our data. Now, what we have to create. Okay, we have created our visual. We are just just checking the number of orders placed in different months. Okay, and this data is related to 2016, right? So 2016 in different months, how many quantities were ordered, right? That's where that's what we are just here checking. So this can be also checked quarterly. We can also check quarterly or monthly or yearly. So this is 1 year only data. We have only 1 year data, so it is aggregated to 1 year. And this data aggregation, you can always see here, this aggregation will be, you can apply this aggregation from here. Okay, whatever data, whatever measures you are just pulling into this, right? So you will be able to change the different aggregation method, whether you want to get the average within this year, right? The minimum or the maximum value ordered. So we want to see the maximum value ordered in 2016. So totally these many, maximum order quantity, and you can see how many orders. 3 orders were placed, maximum of 3 orders placed by the customers, right? So these, all of these things you can analyze it. So we will see more of these, right? So today what we have just seen these string functions, the numeric functions. What more we want to see? We want to see this data. Okay, we want to see the number of number of orders placed, right, by different for different products. How many orders are placed, or what is the number of quantity orders placed? for different of the products, for different products, right? So how we can add that information? Let's see. I want to just have the different product name and want to place. I want to remove this order date. Okay, I don't want to see the date. I want to see the number of orders placed for different product. Okay, so I have to place this in the x-axis. Now you can see I have placed the different. I have we are just seeing the equal length this, and this length you can see 36,230 for all of the product. These are all the product information, right? For all of this product, the height is same. Can you find out what may be the reason why we have all of this data same, or should it be the behavior with the data that we are placing? We want to find out the number of quantities ordered per product. Okay, per product number of quantities ordered we want to find out, right? Here the number of product ordered we are seeing for each product, it is 36,230, right? And that doesn't look correct. So what may be the reason?
We are doing some, sir, actually.
We are doing some. Okay, so let me change it. Okay, let me change it to average. So now we are seeing that 1.5 we are, but 1.5 we are seeing for every all of these, right? So still, yeah, we are still not, I think this data is still not correct. It should not be, correct for all these products. Okay. What even if you are doing some, right? The summation will be done each product. The summation should be applied to each product. So the number of quantities ordered by different customers, for this product should be added and should be shown on this column, right? The number of quantities ordered for AWC logo cap, right, for this product by all the customers on different days should be added up here, right? So we are not seeing this the correct data, right? So that means we are having some, we are here, we are getting the data from two different tables, you can see, right? We are getting data from sales table, we are getting data from product table. Do we have any connection between these two tables? How would Power BI know that there is a connection between these two tables? That means we have to connect, first we have to connect these two tables, right? Then only we will be able to use these two tables into our visualization. These two tables data into same visualization we can use only if we have connected these two different tables. Fine. In this case, we have to go for the modeling then. Okay, we have to go for modeling and we have to create the relationships between different tables. Okay, if we don't have the relationships existing here, if we don't create the relationships, that is in terms of SQL, it is joins. Okay, we are creating the inner joins, outer joins, left outer joins, right outer joins. So all these joins. So with the model, right, you are going to connect between two different, different tables. You are connecting, maybe you are connecting, using the joins. Okay, and also there are some other things like appending and all those things. So that is again different things. Okay, we'll see those things like union and all. Again, union is a different thing than joins, right? So what we are in this modeling, right, what we are going to do, we are going to create relationships, we are going to connect, giving a connection between two different tables to get our data properly into our visualization, right? And that's how we are just going to start the modeling. and we will be seeing in the data set whatever we have, right? The data set is in the form of snowflake schema. So we will also see what are these snowflake schema, what is this star schema, right? And how we can, what is the benefit of star schema, what is the benefit of snowflake schema. So all of those things we will be also seeing in the upcoming classes. Today, we are just going to have the first connection, first model build, okay, using these two tables. And we are going to connect these two tables, create relationships. So how we can do that? We have to first find out the uh, the common key columns in this dimension table. You will have the primary key, and in the fact table you will have the foreign key, right, for the same key column. So dimension table, as this is a product table, that means definitely we will have a product key for each product. So this is, and you can see in the sales table, you have the product key, which is used as the foreign key. So now to make a connection between these two, you have to just drag, you have to select this key column from product and drag it over the column in the sales table. So if you are dragging it over this key column, right, it will automatically create a connection. Now you can see it has just created a connection between these, and the cardinality is automatically set. This cardinality is one to many, right? What does this mean? That we have only one data in the product for many data in the sales table. Okay, in the sales table we will have many product information, and one product information in the dimension table. We will be having only one product information per product, one row per product information, right? In the product table, because it's the dimension table and it is not be duplicate, right? Only in the sales fact table it will be having multiple transactions, so it will be having many for the same one product in the dimension table, right? Let's now quickly see in the visualization what has happened. Now you can see this visualization is changed, right? Even the average got changed for different product, right? Now we are making it to sum, and you can see the sum is changed, and we have got the data correct in correct format, right? And that's how we are just going to look at the different part. Now we will be seeing the next thing we are just going to see, right? We'll be seeing the modeling, and then we'll also see the different options available with the charts, okay, like in the formatting of your visuals, okay, differently formatting it. So all of these options we will see one by one, okay. And now for today, right, we'll just end up our session with this, that we have started creating our model, and we will be pulling all of our data one by one and create the model, okay. Whatever data is required, so all of those data will be pulled, and we'll check the information, we'll check in the visuals, we'll create the visuals, fine. So do you have any question till now? So today we have just had the basic operations, string operations, numeric operations, and also the split function, extract function, right? And the modeling, we have just started the modeling. Next class, right? From next class, we'll be seeing the modeling and different visualization, and we'll be seeing the different capabilities of the visualization, and how that visualization can be used for visualizing our data, fine. So yeah, that's all I have for today's session. Do you have anything?
Sir, basically here like a data modeling is to connect the two tables, or is there any, I mean, that the only purpose, or what exactly the data modeling in real time?
So yes, data modeling here, you are going to get the data from different sources, integrate the different sources, integrate the different data. Okay.
Yes.
So here the only purpose is to get the data from different sources and integrate it and use that data for visualization purpose. So all other things, right, creating columns and all those things, right, that will be done using the tools. Here also you can see you can create different columns, measures, and all those things, aggregations. So we will be able to add all of these in the tables, using the functions, different functionalities here, these tools. With this model view, okay, this modeling will just see these connections and all those things and integrate the data from different sources. Okay. So modeling will just give you that information. Okay. So all these column informations, all the data informations, tables, and connections. Fine. Also, more than that, also we will also see regarding this cardinality and all these things, right? So data modeling will give you the data, uh, how you can have a better performance, right? In the modeling, it is all these are connected to modeling only. Okay. If you are getting your data from different sources, then it should be also the performance wise, it should be good, right? So that is also based on this data modeling only. Okay. What you are applying here, so based on that, like we are having different formula schemas, right? We have the star schema, we have the snowflake schema. So all of those techniques will be used for your for performance purpose. Okay. Maybe something is performance, something is managing your data model. So like that, we have the different different kind of models. Okay. So the use of this model, use of the data model is to integrate the data, bring all your data together and use it without any issue. Okay. And also to look at the performance while you are integrate the data from different places. Fine.
Yes, got it. Sir, can you please give me one example? Like here you shown one to many, right? In this table, how it is one to many? Like for only one example.
Okay, okay.
For one.
Okay, one to many means, see, now let's see, just let me open one Excel. Okay. Uh, so how it is one to many? Okay. Let's see, we have one table. Okay. This is product table maybe. Okay. We are just having product. And we have three product. Okay. One product, two product, and three product. So in this product table, we will not have a duplicate information. Maybe we are having a cycle. Okay. A one cycle. Okay. We are having another this is cycle. Okay. Even or something like, okay, we have a bike. Okay. Hero bike, something like that. This is product. Or this is something. Okay. Pulsar. These are some product. Okay. And in this case, right here you can see, in this case, in this product table, it will not be duplicate. You will not keep it like, okay, Evan, then second again you are keeping another product called Evan with 4. Okay. You will not have your product information in the product table, you will not have it is duplicated, right? You will have only one information available, and that is enough, right? So now what are the things you will associate with this product information? You will just give, okay, even this price is like, okay, 5k, price is 5,000. Okay. And for this hero, this is like 50,000, and this pulsar, this is like 70,000. Okay. So you are just giving a price information here per product. Okay. We are just, so now you can see in this dimension table, you have only one data. You are not having more than that data per product or per this one. Okay. This is the product. This is the product information, and this is the product key. Okay. Product key, maybe product key. Now let's look at this is the dimension table. Fine. Let's look at the fact table. What is happening? Okay. In 2000, maybe January 2017, right? January 1st, January, you have bought, or a customer, have bought some product. Maybe he has bought the product key, suppose cycle. Okay, he have bought two quantities. So the same, same. This is the product key. Okay, product key, product key, and this is quantity. So he has bought this quantity, this many products. Fine. Another customer on, maybe in February or in January, 2nd January, right? He's buying again the same product. He's buying again the same product, or on the same day, another customer is buying another the same product with or different order numbers, right? So same product he's buying. Okay, he's buying 5 quantity. And similarly, the other customers may buy, some other product, and that product may be like 2, or this product may be 3. You can see for a single product here, product key 1, you have 2 different transactions. Here you can see you have 2 different transactions, right? Now you can see for one product here, for one product you have 2 different, that means many transactions for one product from this dimension, right? So this is 1 and this is many. Similarly, the side here, what we have seen here, in this case, this is a sales table, and this will have many information, many transactions for the same product, right? For the same product, one single product, it will have many transactions, and in the product table, we'll have only one instance of product information, right? That's why it is 1 and it is many here. So do you understand this?
Yes, got it, sir. Yes, it's like many users can buy the single only one product like that.
So in product, in dimension, you will have only one instance, okay, for each of the dimension, for each of this information, whether it is product, whether it is, date, whether it is something else, you will have only one row per, instance. But in the same in the fact table, for the same dimension, you will have many instances. Okay, that's why it is many here and it is 1 here. Okay, similarly,
Yes,
it will
got it.
Power BI is detecting it automatically. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so if you have any, any questions, so we'll also see in the next class. Also, we'll see this, again this modeling. Okay, we'll bring more data, and we'll also see like how this relationship is created, and what are these cardinalities, what are these cross filters, direction, right? So all of these things again we'll see, and we'll also discuss. So yeah, that's a good start. Then, yeah. So we'll see in the next class. Okay, whatever we'll continue with the modeling, and we'll also see the different visualizations and different options on the visualizations. How we can also format these visualizations. All of these things we are just going to see from the next class. Fine. So yeah, that's all. And I will be giving you assignment. Whatever we have completed till now. For this, I will be giving you an assignment. Right. Okay,
Yes,
so
sure, sir.
that, yeah.
No,
Do you
no
have
questions,
anything?
sir.
Okay, okay. Anyone having any question? Okay, then. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Then we'll meet again on Monday. Okay, so today is Friday, so we'll meet on Monday. Then we'll just say, okay, I'll provide you the assignment and you complete it. Okay, thank you then. That's all I have for today's class, today's session. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, bye.